Plus, it's the end of the road for another highly touted Texan. But could a Raven be here to the rescue? An update on the NFL free agency front, including a Super Bowl champion safety spotted at Reliant.
G is with us now, talking about this Texans roster that just keeps getting picked apart.
Tell you what, the guys that were the two faces of free agency for the Texans going in, no longer Texans. Connor Barwin officially bolting, who the Texans are now courting, and how Cinderella slippers fitting the Aggies and Longhorns will cue up the drama to get into the dance coming up in sports. 48 hours in the NFL free agency, the jury was still out on what Texans GM Rick Smith's first move would be. That wasn't until he hopped on owner Bob McNair's private plane at the crack of dawn this morning to pick up this man. Former Raven Ed Reed rolled up to Reliant with Smith and posse at 2:30 on the dot. Only Gary Streisky's camera was rolling as the safety was escorted inside to meet with Texans brass along with D coordinator Wade Phillips. So it seems that Smith's eyeing a seasoned veteran, you would assume, for that open safety spot left by Glover Quinn. With 12 seasons under Reed's belt and a Super Bowl ring being fit for his finger, you could say he fits that mold. Still standing by, though, on the result of that meeting. I can tell you it's the end of the road for Connor Barwin and the Bulls on parade. He tweeted that Boys the Men song, in fact, to break the news. He's bolting for Philly. He'll be joining James Casey as two of the newest Eagles.
Already lost a key player. Local 2's Nick Giovanni is tracking this big sports story for us.
Yeah, Rachel, we're talking about a key contributor and veteran team leader that appears to be a salary cap casualty. Coming up, I'll reveal that name and go over a few others that could still be lost as the floodgates have officially opened to free agency. Yeah, Keith, after 7 years of service, the Texans announced this afternoon they've cut ties with their number 2 wideout, Kevin Walter. Presumably a move to clear up some cap space. Walter logged a pair of touchdowns and 41 receptions last year after actually taking a pay cut to remain with the team. But beyond the numbers, it was the intangibles he brought to the table that left him regarded as a team leader. For one, his blocking ability and just his general workmanlike approach to the game. For more on the move, we turn to Local 2 analyst and former Texan Chester Pitts.
Okay, K-Dub, no one can outrun Father Time, so I don't want to say he's lost a step, but he's not moving as fast as he once was. Still love you, Kev, but and that's just a part of the business. Everybody knows that's how it goes. He's played well, he's played hard, but it's just one of those things where it was that time and they had to make the decision. They decided to move on.
Now, quite possibly, some of that cap space this clears up could go towards retaining some of the Texans' 20 free agents still on the market. Still no word, though, on a deal for either Glover Quinn or Connor Barwin, the two faces of free agents right now at this point for the team. But along with Connor, the guy garnering a lot of attention today is former Rice Owl James Casey. According to reports, he and the Eagles are close to coming to terms. We'll keep monitoring these transactions as they continue flowing in from around the league and keep you updated both on Twitter and coming up in sports at 6 o'clock. He had been pegged as the Texans' top priority heading into free agency, but with the market now open for business, Glover Quinn is yet to be re-signed over at Reliant. It appears the safety is not sitting around to wait and see what happens. Looks like the Lions are in pursuit of the Texans' leading tackler, and Quinn's agent, in fact, confirmed he's rolled into Rock City this afternoon. He's the face of a music video that's gone viral, and he's married to a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Sounds a lot like the resume of a rock star, right? Well, in this case, said life belongs to a golf boy. That golf boy, Hunter Mahan, specifically, who stopped into Redstone Golf Club this morning because he also has Shell Houston Open champ next to his name.